Hi, I'm Rosalee, and this is the Baby Notebook. My parents were predators, and they documented my life obsessively. This notebook was written over 40 years ago. I've never read it until now. I recorded myself reading the Baby Notebook to catch my natural reactions, to see my face, to feel my energy, to be able to read myself. I teach this process of witnessing in the diner. I created everything that the Plumb Collective is to help myself. The practice, a course, and reading photos is for me. It's about me being me. I use the tools that I created to help myself, and I'm sharing it with you. Witness me witnessing myself. Read the words my parents wrote about me, to me, but they weren't for me. This is the Baby Notebook.
January 14th, 1984 at 2 a.m. Hi, sweetheart. Mama can't sleep tonight, so I thought I'd write to you today, now, and let you know what happened today. I mean, it's just amazing to me that this is the person who criticized me and how I talked, how I wrote, that I couldn't communicate my ideas in the way that she wanted me to communicate them. It's like, yeah, absolutely, because how she communicates, how she writes, how she describes anything is so ass backwards to me. So it's like, I agree with you, ma'am. Our communication was not on the same wavelength at all. Okay. Now that I've done some hissing, let's get back to the notebook. Mama had the day off, but I worked harder than if I was at work. But that's the best part of the whole day, was feeling you move. It's like, what the fuck does that even mean? It felt different today before than I'd notice you. It felt different today before I'd notice you. Hello? You moved because of pressure changes from low to high, but today it was like gas bubbles fluttering in my stomach. That was beautiful. Now I'm looking forward to more movement. Can never be satisfied with what is. We gotta get more performance from the child. In fact, Daddy has his hand on my tummy and told you to move so he could feel, and you just weren't in the mood. While I was writing this for you, you have been moving. There you go again. Mama is tired now. We love you. Love, Mama. Someone else who did not know these people would maybe hear this entry and think, how sweet. What a wonderful, sweet thing that she, at 2 a.m. or whatever, was like, I'm going to write to my baby and I'm going to say this. But what I read, what I heard, what I felt is someone who is never satisfied with what is, someone who is putting demands on their unborn child, expectations on their unborn child, and I don't like it. It doesn't feel good to me. January 15th, 1984. Hi, baby sweets. Mom and Dad had lunch at our friend's house tonight, and she crocheted you a baby blanket. It's real pretty. It's a ripple pattern, white with pretty colors in it, that she put a pink bow on the box because she had a dream you were going to be a girl. I guess time will tell, honey. We just hope the Lord makes you a healthy, happy baby, because we will love you no matter what you are. The lie detector determined that was a lie. I have to tell you how happy I am with your daddy. He makes me so glad and secure. He gives me so much love. I can't wait to share it with you. Your dad promised to quit smoking before you were born because it's not healthy for you or me or himself. Well, he quit completely New Year's Eve. I'm so proud of him. I know it's not very easy, sweetheart, to break a habit like that, but I give your daddy so much credit, not to mention love and support. I know he'll completely get over it soon. That was not true. Okay, have a good night, sweet baby, and God bless, Mama. They got a queer, chronically ill, autistic, non-binary baby that they were not accepting of. And my dad did not quit smoking and was hiding that. What else do I have to say about this? It's just, I don't like it. I just don't, it gives me a foul feeling. I don't like it. There are a bunch of baby blankets in a hope chest that was my mom's that look like they were never touched ever. And so I'm assuming that those are the baby blankets, but it's like, why were all these blankets made and none of them were used? That's just weird. So I have a lot of, it just is foul and weird. Hi, sweet babykins. We can have a new name. Sweet babykins. Not sweet baby rice. Okay. Hi, sweet babykins. Where do I start? The last 15 days have been really busy. We thought we had the shop sold, but the buyers couldn't get a loan. Mama's doctor's appointment for you went really well. The doctor said I should try to get more rest. Your heart rate was 140 beats per minute. He said you are really moving around. Daddy took me to the doctor, and I think that he is a wonderful man for doing everything with me for you. It is really nice to have his support. I'm really proud of Daddy because he hasn't smoked a cigarette for almost a month. He is great. Your aunt came out of the hospital yesterday, but while she was in there, Mama fell asleep while writing this now it's tomorrow, which is our today, Tuesday, January 31st, 1984 at 7:45 a.m. Okay. While in the hospital, she hooked a rug for you. It's really pretty. Wait till you see it, darling. Okay. Daddy and I went to a cesarean birth class. It was a requirement for Daddy if he wants to be in the operating room when you are born. It's going to be so very special. Mama is having a special anesthetic so she can be awake while you are born, and Mama and Daddy can talk and tell you we love you from the very first second. We are so looking forward to you coming, little one. Also, some ladies that come into our shop at noon to work out on their lunch hour brought you a present, a sticker calendar for your first year, and a lamb planter with pink and blue silk flowers. That's love from, and then the first names of these 3 women that I have no idea who they are. Okay. Pretty nice, huh? I'm sure much more happened, but Mama has to open the shop now. God bless you, little one. Mama. I mean, I guess all things considered, this is kind of a tame entry, but it's also like every entry feels performative to me. It feels like she's like, who does she think she's talking to? It just is, it's just strange to me. And it's also yesterday's entry where she mentioned gender. They assumed I was a boy. Like, that's what they were feeling, even though they didn't know anything. And then this friend thought I had a dream I was a girl. And then genderless. So nobody's right or everybody's right. I don't know, depending on how you look at it. But just thinking that if they had this feeling or assumption that they were writing to a boy child also makes some of the things that she's writing just like, I don't know, feel also different, or like it just feels strange. Something about it's off. I don't totally have that figured out, but it's off. I don't like it. Still don't like it, but it did make me laugh. Sweet babykins. What the fuck is that? I've been following an intuitive nudge to read a notebook that was written 40 years ago. For the first, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks, I was like, I think I'm making a mistake. I don't know why this was the nudge. I don't think this was a good idea. recording myself reading it so that I can see my natural, honest, raw reaction. And I'm like, why am I doing this? I just didn't feel like it was a good idea. And then when I got to the 19th entry, for some reason, that entry turned the corner where I was like, this isn't a mistake. I think this was the move. I don't know why this is the move, but it feels like right. And I'm glad I'm doing this. And now I've added entry that I just am avoiding, and there's no reason. I haven't read ahead. It doesn't, like, they look the same. It's my mom's handwriting. There's like a spill on this page, but it's nothing off the top that looks sinister or weird. But this page has like a vibe on it that I don't like. So I'm just making note of that before I read it, because it just feels something's off already. And I've not read it for 2 days because I've just been like, ugh, I don't even want to open the notebook. February 7th, 1984. Hello, baby darling. Mama has to write again to tell you that hopefully tomorrow our shop will be sold. Then Mama can tend to making a home for you and Daddy. 3 days ago. And then there's another entry that's actually 3 days after that. So I don't know what she's doing here. Sweet baby in Mama's tummy. Mama must have gotten sidetracked because I didn't finish my last note to you. That's how I've been the last couple of days. Before I tell you all the good news, I have to tell you that I love Daddy so much. That's not good news. Last night, Mama had a little... Okay, well, she is using an ableist slur, so I will not be using the word that she used. But last night, Mama had a little something, and then she put in parentheses, that's an upset. But now, Mama realizes I was just being touchy because I'm emotional. Emotional because of the sale of the shop. That's right, honey. Mama and Daddy have sold the shop. Now, not only will I be able to have the time to make everything ready for your coming, but from the sale, I set some money aside for things that you will need in your first year or two. As Grandpa said, I sold one baby because I knew the real one was coming. I put all of my energy into it. That's one of the reasons why I'm so emotional about it being sold. I have developed such a rapport with the customers, most of which have become my very close friends. Okay, it's hard and sad to give up daily contact with these people, but I have to realize that once you've been so close to someone as a friend, you never lose the memories. And that's not all. I'm coming home to make a home for the two best friends I have in the world. My husband and our baby. There's no one more important than the three of us. Okay, now I know why I am avoiding this. God bless us all, Mama. Ugh! Okay, we have ableism. We have resentment. We have emotional dysregulation. We have, atrocious spelling and sentence structure and penmanship. And this idea that I am supposed to be her best friend, and how disappointed she was that I did not like her and did not respect her and did not... she was so awful. Also, the fact that she felt like her clients and customers were her close friends. It's like she lasted, 8 months, I guess. So when I was 6 months old, they bought a building and started another business where then she had daily contact with customers. And I believe that that is where she got her self-esteem. So it's just understandable why I avoided this. And then the last sentence being, there is no one more important than the three of us. It's like she would always say, it's just the three of us. It's just the three of us. You don't tell anybody anything. And now both of them have died, so it's just me. And it's often that sentiment of like, that there's no one else that would care, or it's like, I know that that isn't true and hasn't been true for me. But she was stressing it from before I was even born. Ugh, gross. Okay, well, if this was the only entry you read, and hearing how, like, this one is, it's sweet. It's sweet. And that doesn't negate the times where it was not sweet. February 13th, 1984. Hi, little one. Mom and Dad had a wonderful weekend together. Now it's Monday, and the highlight of our weekend was when Daddy was holding me. He had his hand on my tummy just when you kicked. So Daddy got to feel you move. That was just the greatest. Daddy held Mama and said how very much he loved us both, and that made me so happy. We have the best man in the world to love us. We are very, very lucky. Mom isn't feeling good, baby. So I am staying in bed to get well for you. Mama saw the train go by our bedroom window. Okay, I totally forgot that she used to sing a song to me because they moved when I was 6 months old. So she would sing a song. I didn't realize or remember that they could see a train from their bedroom window where they lived before, like, the house I lived in, that I remember living in. Okay, I'm remembering it. Daddy put his love on the train, reach right out, pick it up, pull it in, and put it in your heart. I can't believe I remembered that. So anytime we saw a train and we were not with my dad, she would sing that to me, and we would, like, reach out at the train, pick up his love, pull it in, and put it in our hearts. So, like, that is sweet. This is sweet. If it could have been that all of the time, that's sweet. But it wasn't. So, I'm feeling emotional. Mama saw the train go by our bedroom window, and the neat part of that is that this very same train I saw just went past Daddy's factory about 15 minutes before. Okay, that makes it more. I didn't remember this. I know Daddy likes to watch the trains go by if he isn't too busy. So by both of us watching the train, we have a neat connection between us without talking. I can't even see the page. My tears are welling in my eyes. Okay. I know Daddy likes to watch the train go by if he isn't too busy. So by us both watching the train, we have a neat communication between us without talking. A way of sharing our love while we are apart. Someday, I hope you understand, because it is beautiful. Just like we are, I'm sure you're beautiful. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. I want to ask you in advance, will you be our Valentine? God bless you. Love, Mama. And then she drew a heart with baby B ours. We love you. Right here. Okay, February 19th, 1984 at 6:30 a.m. And this is an entry from my father, which we haven't heard from in a while. Hi, baby. It's high time Daddy wrote some to you. I looked back and it's now over 2 months since I wrote to you. I'm really ashamed of myself for not writing sooner. We have kept ourselves, Mama and Daddy, in parentheses, busy all winter. Mama is so good because she is careful about eating good stuff for you and taking her calcium pills. Mama has sold the shop. No idea. His handwriting is so terrible. Daddy ran for union president and did not win. Took Ball Cat to the doctor. Most of the real cold winter seems to be gone. Hardee's opened up, as did some donut shop. Since January 3rd, we've been waiting for Ponderosa to open. Okay, this entry is more of what I guess expected these to be, is like updates, things that are happening. Maybe not about Ponderosa and a donut shop, but whatever. Daddy quit smoking and we put the whirlpool in our kitchen. Okay. We did not have a normal house in relation to, trauma and abuse and inappropriate behavior and the people. But also the setup of the house was just bizarro, and they made just really strange choices. So, for example, we never had an oven, but they had a hot tub in the kitchen. Okay, that makes sense. Celebrated Valentine's Day. Mama had her hair cut, and your dad needs one real bad. Ugh, this real good, terrible creep His longtime friend visited, had the water heater magnesium rod removed so the hot water don't smell. We've tried to reorganize our house with you in mind. Put a hot tub in the kitchen for the baby. Best of all, Daddy has felt you moving inside Mama, and we also went to our class for you at the hospital. I promise to write to you more often, baby sweets. You sure have grown in the last 2 months. Mom's friends always ask about you. The guys at work do too. I love you, baby, and I'm waiting for you. Love very much, Dad. If you've watched any of my videos, you probably have the opinion that my parents made terrible choices. And you would be right. Then there are people who are giving my parents the benefit of the doubt. But this comment really helped me because it's something that's so innocent and like understandable that this person would think that I was mistaken, that my parents couldn't possibly be talking about putting a hot tub in a kitchen. Like that they must have meant a dishwasher. This is helping me take it less personally when it's something that's like serious about abuse that I endured, that people are trying to like explain, oh no, you must be mistaken, it can't be that, it must be this. This is a lighthearted example of how to process sharing about your life on the internet. To make their judgment even worse, they were living in a trailer at the time. So my parents, preparing for their baby, put a hot tub in the kitchen of a trailer in the winter. It was not structurally sound. Nothing about this was a good idea. They made really bad calls, and this is just one that's like kind of funny. And then when I was 6 months old, they moved into the house that I like lived in my whole childhood, and they had the hot tub was in their bedroom at one point. It was on our porch for the majority of my life. So it was also in the kitchen. This hot tub moved around our house, like inside and outside of the house. So it was a very weird, strange childhood. And this is one of the more like lighthearted, weird things. It feels a little strange to consider doing an entry for the baby notebook, but this was the intuitive nudge. This was what got me starting to talk about my parents and to like go back to the beginning before I was born. What were they saying? What were their specific words? It's really disorienting to have, and I get that that's just how TikTok is, but to have some people only see these baby notebook entries and think that my mom was like this sweet, expectant mother, when that was not my experience of her as a fully formed person and as her actual child human on earth with her. I felt like I wanted to avoid making another entry, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to continue this project. It's something that feels important to me intuitively. So even though I can't see all of the reasons why yet, I'm trusting my intuitive nudge and knowing. This entry is from my mom, and it is written February 23rd, 1984. Hi, Mama's sweet babykins. Okay. On the day before yesterday, Mom and Dad went to the doctor, and everything is going beautiful. You measure 30 centimeters, your heart rate is 138 beats per minute, and you kick like crazy. I'm really thrilled that you are so active. That helps me realize just a little bit better that parts of Daddy and I are really growing inside my tummy. Yesterday and today is so beautiful, almost 60 degrees. It's the kind of weather we would first expect around when you are born. As active as you are, I was thinking you wanted to fight your way into the world earlier. Okay, that's eerie. Since Mom and Dad went shopping for baby furniture last night and we didn't find anything that came up to our standards for our special child, I think you best wait a while yet. When I was telling you about our warm weather, I wanted to tell you that her dad took his motorcycle out for the first time yesterday. He likes riding motorcycles so much. He seems like a little kid. He said he was going to stop in today on the motorcycle to visit Mama and check on something we are going to give him. Well, darling, I want to get back to work here and make a nice meal for Daddy and a clean house. Mama also wants to plan where we are going to put all of your stuff. Boy, being a housewife and a mother-to-be is so wonderful. Daddy and I were real happy before you entered our life, but now, darling, planning for you gives us such a rich, wonderful, exciting future. God bless you and us. All my love goes to you and Daddy, Mama. I mean, it is what it is. I wish she would have written more about what she was talking about feeling like I was fighting my way into the world, because that is the most interesting thing she's written in all of these entries so far.